Anne, and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits Flosstube, episode 69, the Stitch North recap. If you're new, go and get a cup of tea. You're going to need it, and you are most definitely going to need a biscuit today. Maybe two. I feel like this can be really long because there's a lot to tell you about. Oh, sorry, my hearing aid is... What is it doing? One moment. Sorry about that. I wiggled my ear or something, and then my hearing aid decided it was half falling in and half falling out. So I had to fix it. Yes, so this is going to be the Stitch North recap. And if you've never been to Stitch North, I'm going to take you all the way through it. How it happened, what we got, what we did, what we saw, what we stitched, everything. And I have one word to say about it. It was bloody fantastic. Okay, that's 2 words. But anyway, I had a great time. I was a little nervous because I've not been in a room with that many people all stitching at the same time. There was like 250 of us in this room. 250. Yeah. And I've been to stitch retreats before where it's just been a handful of people and it's been lovely. But this was like a lot of people. And it was very noisy, and I really was worried in case I couldn't hear well because I do wear hearing aid in this ear. When I'm in a very loud, noisy atmosphere, my hearing aid decides it's going to listen to everybody at the same time. So it really emphasizes the noise level for me. Yes, I could just turn it off, I know, and it would be easier because I'm totally deaf in that ear. You know, you just don't. And it wasn't as bad as I thought, to be honest with you. But it was, we had a great time. So on Thursday, my friend Diana and I drove down together from where I live just outside Ottawa to Brampton, Ontario. It took us about 4 hours, I think. Here's me and Di when we got there. Ooh. And we shared a room together. We had a lovely room, and that was fun. And when we got there that evening, we waited around for my other 2 friends, Sue and Liz, and then we all went out for dinner. Just across from us, there was an IHOP. So we went over there just somewhere close by so we could get dinner together and all chat, because Liz and Sue had never met Diana before. So it was kind of cool for them all to meet and everyone just get around and chat. So we did that. And then after that, the hockey game was on in the main lobby of the hotel. So I sat for a little while and watched the hockey game, and that was fun. I met a couple of girls there, but I'm going to tell you about them later. So that was lovely. So then Friday morning, I have notes here. I have 2 pages of notes just because there's such a lot to remember. I'm so excited even still. Friday morning, we go and I go downstairs, and Liz is in a wheelchair. She uses a wheelchair. So the line when I got down there at, I think it started at 8, and I got down there at 7:45, something like that, 7:30, and the line was already massive. And we knew that they had held a table for her because she was in the wheelchair. So I didn't know if it was a set table or in a certain area or what. I needed to find out before we got in this giant line, and maybe we didn't need to be in the giant line. So I went to the front of the queue and tapped on the door, and the lady came and answered, and I explained, you know, I'm with someone in a wheelchair. Is there a table reserved for us, or do we still get in the line? Blah, blah, blah. She said, no, still get in the line. The table is to the left when you come in the door, and there's a place marker that says accessible. I said, okay, great. I turned to go, and there's a lady standing there. She says, I know you. And I looked at her and I went, do you? Because I didn't recognize her. And I said, Tobyknits? And she went, oh my gosh, yes, it is you. She said, oh, I'm so excited I bumped into you. I'm like, oh, okay, lovely. Anyway, her name was Suzanne, and she was there. Now, her sister couldn't make it, and her sister is Giselle. Hi, Giselle. And she couldn't make it, but she said that her and Giselle watch my YouTube channel, and she was so excited. So I got a picture with her. I said, well, we'll get a picture later, and then you can show Giselle, and she can be all jealous. So we did. So here's me and Suzanne. And she gave me this fabulous gift. Look what she gave me. I have to show you this. She gave me this lovely gift, which I was not expecting. And it was a little stitch marker and a little key fob with pins on. And that's so interesting because I sew as well. So this is perfect. And look at this that she made me. And inside, oh, I dropped it. Inside isn't that lovely? And there is her little card. So I was thrilled to bits with this. I really am. I loved it a lot. So thank you, Suzanne. So yeah, that was very exciting. I wasn't expecting that at all. But anyway, so that was fun. So then we went and got all set up in the room when the doors finally opened and we could go in. And we all got set up, and I'll show you a little video here of what it was like.
So it's day one. I have no idea if you can hear me, but it's really loud in here. Hi, everybody. There's Di. There's Sue. And we're stitching. Let me show you the room because it's busy here. And I am stitching this.
Isn't that fun? So we had the most fabulous table mates. There were 8 of us at the table. So there was myself. There was Karen, who has come twice before to the retreat that Diana, my friend, puts on locally here. So that's the one I told you about where there's only a handful of people. And so Karen was there, so I knew her. Di was there, my friend. Sue and Liz, my other friends. Then there was a lady named Rose, who was just lovely. And a lady called Annette, who was also equally lovely. And then Jackie, who was a friend of Liz's. So we had a fabulous time, all of us, getting to know each other and sharing our projects. And it was just such a lot of fun. And then, of course, there were the table gifts. I think I was spoiled. So what I did was, for my table mates, I made bags. I made project bags. I made 8 of them. And this was my project bag. And this is a project, something I'm going to be working on later in June. But this is the project bag I made for everybody. And they're just simple small project bags with the plastic in the front so that you could put everything in them. So I made 3 of these, and my friend Diana is also a camper, so she wanted the one with the trailers on. So I made 2 more of these, and then a couple that were flowers and stuff like that. But anyway, here's a picture of all of them together before I took them and handed them all out to people. So I had a lot of fun making them, and I truly hope that the people who received them enjoy them and put them to good use. So what did I get off everybody? Whoa! Oh my goodness, where's all the stuff? It's such a lot of stuff. I told you you'd need a biscuit, didn't I? So Jackie gave us all one of these awesome bowls. And these are really handy because you can use them to put your bits of floss in, or you can use them to put candies in and while you're sitting chatting and talking. She also gave us this, which is, to get out the wrapper because it was making too much noise. She gave us this, which is really one of those snap bracelets that you snap on. Of course, I can't do it now. The kids know how to do this easy, right? And then this has a clip on the back that you thread on here. Let me just show you, because I'm all backwards and frontwards here. So you put this on like that, and then you slap this onto your wrist, and it is a magnet. So you can put pins on there. So if you're, or your needle, you know, if you're stitching and then you put your needle down, you can put the needle there. Isn't this cute? I thought that was very interesting, very quite ingenious. So she gave us that. And then she also gave us this, which I'd never seen before. And it's super cute. And it is one side, I gotta remember how to do this. You take the lid off, the head off, and inside are needles on a sort of spongy thing. So there's where you can keep your spare needles. So I thought that was very clever. Of course, now I can't get the lid back on because I'm showing it you. Okay, wait, there. There, the lid's on. And then there are two nozzles on one side. One side you slide up and it's a needle threader. And the other side slides up and it's an unpicker. Isn't that super cool? So that was from Jackie. So thank you, Jackie. I really appreciate that. Then from Rose, she gave us this little bag, and inside this little bag was chocolate. Can eat that in a minute. Chocolate. Can eat that in a minute. This little thing, which is a point turner, so very handy for bag making, and a lovely skein of Roxy floss. And it matches what I'm wearing. So this color is phthalo red. And I'm so excited because I had not had any Roxy floss. I've never used anything other than DMC and Anchor when Anchor was a thing back in the 60s, 70s. So I'd never had any specialty or hand-dyed thread before. So I was so excited with this. So that's what we got there. And this sticker was in there, but I'm not sure if she put the sticker in or if that appeared somewhere else. I don't know. But that was from Rose. So thank you, Rose. From, are you getting down, Tobe? From Liz, we got, and this is super, super handy. We got these long snappy clips. So she put a couple of those in, 3 or 4 in, and these. And I cannot tell you how excited I was with these. And I have got, she gave me 3 of them, and I think I've got them on 2 projects already in 2 project bags. And what this is when you roll up your fabric, I use a hoop, or if you were to stitch in hand, it would work the same. But I use a hoop, but a small hoop. My favorite hoop size is 6-inch. And so I have to roll the rest of the fabric up. And then this goes around the fabric, and it attaches like that to either side of the hoop. You could then even use it to put your needle on as a needle minder too, because it's magnetic. So this just holds the fabric beautifully. So I was super thrilled with my clips from Liz. Thank you. Then I know I'm missing some others. Where? Oh, they're right here. From Sue. Sue made these. Now this in itself is very clever. She made this on her 3D printer, and it's a little container, and it has holes in, and you can stitch on the front here a small pattern, which I thought was really cool. She stitched something on to show us. I think it could have been a bee. I can't remember. So whatever it was, can you write below what it was that you stitched on yours? Sorry, I keep having to pause to cough. If you see a funny on my arm, do that. It's because I'm pausing. She also made us one of these, which is to hold your floss. So I thought that was fabulous too for those small little projects. I thought that was really cute. And some needles, always handy to have. And this one needle, she did explain to me, let me see if I can show you how it works, but it's got this like spiral on. And I'm not sure if that's you put it in and twirl it and it unravels your, Sue, I forgot what it was for. Can you tell me? So there's that. And then these are some of my favorite little scissors. I love these little scissors. They're so handy. So that was from Sue. So I have to decide, and I think I have an idea of what I want to stitch on the front of this. I'll show you that later. So that was from Sue. Then I think what happened was Karen brought some stuff to go on the freebie table, I believe. And so what she did was she let us all pick from it first stuff that we would like before she put it on the stitch table. And I think, because I can't remember now, it's been like 3 weeks, I think these were the things I picked, which was a little kit which had this little guy and this. And I thought these would be super sweet to make for my lovely Leo, because he has a whale in his bedroom, and to make that for the sweet Sunny. So I thought these were two super cute little kits that I could easily make up for Sunny. She also gave me, because I love linen and she doesn't, this Swigard linen. So I thought that was great. Merino, anyway, I don't know where she got it from. She must have had it for a long time. So that was from her. And then from Diana, who spoiled me so much that weekend, I'll show you all the stuff from her. I got this because she knows how much I love butterflies. They remind me of my mom. So it's a full kit. So this is the patchwork butterfly, which was lovely. Of course, Candy. She put her business card in because she is a real estate agent. Go Diana. A little notebook, because she knows how much I love notebooks. A little pen. Oh, that's so cute. And counting pins. Counting pins are so much fun, and they bling up your piece while you're working on it, but I like counting pins a lot. So those are very handy. And finally, she gave me this lovely, and I believe she handed these out to a lot of, even the lobster claw is beautiful. She handed these out to a lot of people that were American that she met when she was chatting. She handed those out to them too. So those were all my table gifts. And that'll just give you an idea of what people give as gifts and what, if you go, what you can give as a gift. But what did we get of Stitch North for part of our registration? Well, it came in a very big bag. Let me show you what was in here. We got something from Evertote. I'll leave that till last. And then we got a bunch of stuff in here from their vendors that were there. And let me see if I can get everything out here so the bag doesn't rustle. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with all this stuff. All right, let's go through it one by one. Oh, let's have another cup of tea. I told you you'd need a biscuit, didn't I? So we got this. For the life of me, I'm not sure. Oh, there is a thing inside. So again, these are to put your needles or your bits of floss, which I think is really handy, you know, if you don't have a bitty bag. And this came from Gamma's Treasures on Etsy, Dawn. And she's on Facebook and a few places. So there you go. So she made this, and then there's another little area in here. So both sides have somewhere to put stuff. And so there was that, which I thought was lovely. I'm so excited now that I'm showing you all this, because now I can actually put everything away. It's literally been just dumped in my office, in my craft room, since I got back, because then we went away with my dad. And so yeah, it was crazy. Then inside was, may all your stitches be perfect, but counting is hard. Here's a little help with the unpicker. And we got this. So it just looks like a regular needle to me, but I'm guessing you just use that needle to unpick rather than your actual needle. And this is from Lauren Blarney's, I think that says Blarney, yeah. So this was one of the gifts, so that is lovely. We got so much stuff, it's so nice. We got this gorgeous pattern from Stitch Toolbox, and it says repeat, stitch, retreat, stitch, repeat. Now, I want to make this. So here it is again, just so you can see it. I wanted to make this, and it does include in here as well. She did give us the little 2025 charm. So I want to make this, and I actually bought fabric while I was there for it. But I could be changing my mind on that too, as you do. And originally I was going to put Stitch North Retreat. I wanted to change the words to show we were at the Stitch North Retreat. But now that I've decided I'm going again next year, and I've already booked it, so is Di, so is Sue, I am going to actually put Retreat, Stitch, Repeat, because we are all going back. So this does actually make more sense, and I would like to stitch this and finish it when I'm there next year, so I can ring the bell and show everybody what last year's fabulous freebie was. Do you think that's a great idea? So it gives me a whole year to stitch it, and it's a modern sampler, because obviously you could just sit and stitch the 3 buttons one night and you feel like you've done something, or you could come along and just stitch this guy and feel like you've done something. So I'm going to try and work out how I can, what I have to, when I started, and how much of it I have to stitch in order to get it finished for next year at the table, even if I'm just putting the charm on and then ringing the bell. because that's what you do. When you've finished a project while you're there, you can go up and ring the bell and everyone stops and you look and everybody shows you what you won or what you've stitched. So that is cool. We also got this, another little floss drop, I guess you'd call them, from Monkey and Mouse, which I thought was lovely. We also got from, this was in our kit, who's it? I don't know where, Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. We got this. Now I have not got and never done an actual real historical, what's the other word? Sampler. I've never done one. Never. I have never stitched. They're typically not normally my thing, but I really want to have a go at doing them because maybe they're fun. I don't know. So this was in it. So I was really pleased because I was going to try and look at buying one while I was there. But now that I got this one, I figured why not try it? It's super cool. So this is the whole pattern and it's quite thick. So I'm assuming she breaks it down for you and how you're going to do it. Then we also got this from Enchanting Lair, and more about them later because that's where I bought my fabric from. So this was in this lovely little pouch, and inside, so it is a, well, it's that. Now, I'm not sure what kind of stitching you call this. So if you know, can you let me know? Because is it hard hanger or is that something else? But inside of this bag, I'm not going to show you the chart, which is, it doesn't really say what it is, but inside is the floss you will need and the little charm to go in the center of that little square. And that's all. So, I mean, again, I want to try one of these if this is what they are. I can't tell if it's all stitching or if it's, like, they don't look like X's to me. I'm not sure. Anyway, that is fabulous, and again, something I want to try because it's different. It's not just a cross stitch, right? It's different. So more about Enchanting Lair later, and more about hard hanger or whatever you call it later. We also got this, which does not look that fabulous from this picture. This is a free sheet. On the other side is the actual chart, so I'm not going to show it you. And I'm in an R on whether I wanted to do that because, again, I have never done anything in one color with just one, never. But I really do, I've seen this stitched and it does look absolutely magnificent. So I'm kind of very tempted, and it's only 2 colors. I'm kind of tempted to have a go at that too. And again, that has a name and I don't know what it is for when it's all one color. If you know, let me know. You know, you'd think I'd know all this, wouldn't you? I've only been stitching since I was 17. That's a long time ago. We also got this lovely pattern as well. From Textured Treasures. And I don't know. Motive 1. Oh, there are 3 motives in here to do all these 3 here, I guess. But I guess that is just one motive 2 if you just did it by itself, I guess is, or maybe that's just showing you a close-up. I think that's showing you a close-up. Yes, it is. And there's the other 2 close-up. And again, this is this, whatever this stitching is called. Oh, somebody help me out. What is it? It doesn't say on here. Is it hard hanger where you do specialty stitches, not just crosses? I mean, if you look at them, like they're almost like, some of them look like a satin stitch. But anyway, I thought this was really nice too, and at some point I'd like to have a go at that. And then there was this. Not my thing, so I might use this as a giveaway one day. And we also got a lovely pair of scissors from Tobyknits Designs, and oh my gosh, you know, I love scissors and I love little scissors, and these are super cute because they've got a really nice little cover on them with little flowers. So I really like these, and I'd love to know where you got these from, Tobyknits Designs. And then Dawn's Creation? No. Let me open this because I can't see what it is, what it says. And this is very interesting. Debbie. Oh, Debbie McFarland. This came from Debbie McFarland, who I met, and she's the most super fun person you've ever met in your life. And she is just starting out a new company, Buggy D Creations. There we go. That is what she is starting. So in it, she gave us some little sticker things, which are cute. This minute bottle with tiny, tiny buttons in to embellish your needlework. I think it's all embellishment stuff she's going to be doing and selling. And then this. I don't know what to do with this. Maybe it just goes around the edge of your work. I don't know. But I think it's an embellishment thing. But it's so soft. It's like a chenille. So that came from her. So that was the stuff that was in our giveaway bag. And then, if that's what we call it, I don't know. And then I'll show you what we got from Evertote. I hope you're all still awake and not asleep. I literally did not think we were going to get this much stuff. I did not. So in the bag from Evertote, we got a chart from Maximum Cross Stitch, which said that. It's just a black and white chart, but it looks really cool. So there was that. We also got from Stitch North, we got from Evertote, we got this pin, a candy, which is probably maple candy, and this keychain. I am going to see if I can make that into a needle minder. I'm going to take this off and then attach some magnets on the back and see if that will work. It may be too heavy, but we'll see. And then we also got from Tobyknits Flosstube. Oh, look. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at that. Oh, and this one is called Elwoods. I love it. It's so pretty. So now I've got two. But it gets better. It does get better. So that's the stuff we got from Stitch North. It's not all the stuff, let me tell you. It's definitely not all the stuff. Now, there were other gifts that people came and gave us and walked around and gave us. This lovely lady gave us this. So her name is Gail from WG Stitching Department. Depot, not department. And whips like a drop, stores like a bobbin. Whips like a drop, store. Oh, I get that now. I couldn't understand what that meant. But yeah, whips are whips like a drop, but a lot of people like bobbins. I prefer a bobbin anytime over a floss drop. Don't like them, but I do like that idea of putting them on there. So we got that from one lady, a lovely lady by the name of Denise gave us this keychain. Here's a picture of Denise. So she made this for us, which I thought was gorgeous. So it said Stitch North, so we got that. And what else? Oh my God, a couple of ladies dropped off stickers from their table. There's Kathy's quilts. Hello, Kathy. I met her. She was lovely too. And this lady gave us Steph Knight from Lake something. Let me get it out so I can read it. You'd think I'd be a bit more organized, wouldn't you? You should see the state of my desk. You should see the state of my floor. So in here, we got 2 Werthers. Oh, I'm going to leave them out because I'm going to eat them. And then these came from Steph, and they are all... Now, see, again, I don't understand floss drops. What do you do with that now? Where do you put the floss? But they're very pretty. So thank you very much for that. Oh, and a little thing. And then this lady, oh, these little bags are so cute. She must have had so much fun making these up. Had lovely chocolates. I'm going to keep them, little hugs. And then these are from, oh, these are floss drops. See, that's what I assume a floss drop is. So it's super cool because it's almost like a business card. So on the back is this, and then on the front, you put your floss here, and then you write the name of the color there. So I thought that was very nice if you would use floss drops, but I don't. And she also gave us this, which I am assuming is her, excuse me, her favorite color. So that was lovely. And these ladies just came around and dropped them at the table. And then another lady gave us this, which it's staying in there because it's probably going to go to Megan. She likes frogs. I don't like frogs one bit. Although I thought that was very funny when we came down the next morning and found these on our tables. It's the frog, in case you need to frog it. But yeah, that's going to Megan. Oh, and then... 2 more ladies gave me their cards. Make Things with String, Kate Thompson. And Textured Treasures, Karen gave me her card. And then a lovely lady by the name of Kate, who was the Make Things with String, was at Stitch North last year, I believe, and she decided to make something this year, and she made this beautiful design, which she gave us all free. She let us download the PDF, or she had some that she gave out, and I went and met her, and I just fell in love with her. And she's from Halifax, I think, and her mom is from Moncton. Her mom was with her. Hello, Mom. And oh, we had the best time with those 2 ladies. I kept bumping into them everywhere, and they were just lovely. And so this, I think, if it's big enough, is what I'm going to put on the lid of that thing that Sue gave me. So I have to make sure it'll be big enough to go on. Just have to make sure it'll go on. I think it will. I'm sorry, I just had a massive coughing attack because I'm talking too much. And then Lee, I think it was Lee, gave me this. And oh, Lee was just amazing. She was so much fun. And she gave us this. And I'm pretty sure she had that made or made them herself. Maybe she did. And because we were watching the hockey game, she gave me this with gold leaf skull in the back. And she gave one to Diana, and hers said, "Go Sens, go." So that was tons of fun. So thank you so much to everybody that gave me something. You guys are amazing. It was fab. Anyway, then at some point during the day, I went to check out some of the shops. Check that out.
So I got a grab bag, and I'll show you that later. This is Enchanting Blair.
you can seal it if you want. So the same thing goes. My prices will remain for 1 year at this for you guys. You have to say Stitch North May, like or April, whatever. And then
Look at
if I come in
all
the fall, the
this.
prices will be more. So there you go. What did I say? $143.75.
So pretty.
And there you go for change. I'm Laura from Enchanting Lair.
Okay, and where are you situated?
I'm located in North Bay, Ontario. I do have a
Excellent.
website. It's www.enchantinglair.com.
Fantastic. Look at her beautiful works here. Look at them.
Okay, charge. Charges? Okay.
Oh,
Give me just a
I
second.
love it. And another quick look at her table of beautiful
Because I got your phone off, it's
hand-dyed
actually- and I appreciate, yeah. I'm not too worried.
So yes, I bought a $25 grab bag. And let me show you what was in it. Because it was fabulous. So this is all the colors that she does dye, on both sides, that she dyes in her store. And this was all in the grab bag. I was like, what? Blown away. So there was this specialty yarn thread, 10M Krennic braid. There was this, a Silky Dinky Dyes, Moony Ponds, which I thought was lovely. There was some beads. Could always need some glass beads. And there were 2 of these. I have some of this Whisper already. It was from my Center of the Forest. We also got this, which is lovely too. And I'm not sure if I want to do that, this. I did buy some fabric to make this. It's quite small, but I think it would fit on that. So I'm not sure, I might use that. We also got this, which it definitely would fit on this, which is just plain. And then this chart, which is very nice. And then this, which I love. Oh my gosh, look at that. And what I'd like to do with this, and the nice thing about this is, look, we got all of the floss. She put all the floss in there. Isn't that amazing? To make this. And what I would like to do is, instead of putting hope, I would like to just put mum, M-U-M, because my mom loved butterflies. But isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. So I definitely want to make that as well. Oh, my floor is a mess. And finally, there was this other chart, Follow Your Heart, which also came with the floss inside. So that was what was in the grab bag for $25. Isn't that amazing? I mean, oh my goodness, I thought that was amazing. While I was there though, because as you do, you have to look and you have to see. Oh, my floor is a mess. I decided to buy this fabric from her. And this is 18 by 27, and it's a 32 count Lugana, which I love Lugana. And originally, this is what I bought. Look how big this is. This is originally what I bought because I wanted to do the Stitch North thing, this. on it because it's got like the reds in it already. If I put that behind, you can see it's got bits of red. So I thought this would be really nice for that. But now I'm not sure if I want it on that blue fabric instead. But this is still gorgeous fabric, so I've definitely got stuff in mind for that otherwise. And the only other thing I purchased while I was there, so I just purchased that, and I also purchased this, which again is whatever that thing is that I don't know what it is. Again, it's that. It's got like cross stitches and other sort of stitches and whatever that is, like some sort of satiny stitch. And it came with the fabric, which is very thin. It's almost like, it's very tiny. I don't even know what stitch count that is. But this came with the beads and the needle and everything. So I want to have a go at that because I figured it's tiny, it's little, I can have a go. And if I like it, then I've got those other two that I can also do. I'm really sorry Bob has decided to mow the lawn. Are you all still with me? So while I was there, I met a bunch of lovely people. Janet was there. And Janet, I had chatted with online. I think it was on, oh gosh, I can't remember the girl's name now that has a YouTube channel. I can't remember her name, but we were on her group page or something, and we were chatting, and both of us were stitching. I think she was doing a live, and both of us were on it, and she was, we got talking, the two of us, about a historical sampler company piece, and we were both stitching it. And so apparently when I was there, Janet I said I was going, I knew she was going, but she had said to her friend, I don't know if I'll ever find her. Well, her friend was the lady that gave me the keychain. So she said, oh, she's over there. So Janet came over, so we had a picture taken together. And Hailey, I met Hailey because I loved her. Yeah, my floor's a mess.
Did you do that, or is that accidental?
No, I did it. Well, I have to show everybody the stuff, and then I had to put it places.
You're going to show everybody the stuff on the floor.
No, I'm not doing that. So then I met Hailey, as I said, and Hailey had this fabulous shirt on, t-shirt. I said, I need a picture of you with this t-shirt on. She was from the States, and she is also a podcaster, Peregrine Stitches. I'm going to leave all the links to those who I know that have YouTube channels. And then there was Debbie and Katie and Lee and Heather and Juliet, because we were all watching the hockey game together in the evenings and having a blast. So that was fun. But more about that later. So those were all fabulous ladies that I met. Thrilled to bits to have met them. And I really hope we're all going to be going again next year. Now, there was a bit of an issue while we were there. Diana nearly got arrested. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Diane Saunders. Diane Saunders. I'm Debbie McFarland, and I'm from the Stitch Police. I've heard that you belong to a pretty substantial gang, Stitch Gang, in Eastern Ontario. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to cite you for belonging to this gang, especially if you've been known to be in the presence of Leanne Akers Hannah.
Oh dear, yeah.
She is a known stitcher from the area.
You're not going to frisk me, are you?
So that was a lot of fun. It was out of the blue, and it was one of Diana and Debbie's friends. And Debbie and Diana did not know each other. We didn't meet until that day. But they both had one friend in common who had set it up for her. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, so I did get some stitching done while I was there. As you saw from my previous floss tube before I went away, I worked on my Peter Rabbit, my Sally, my Secret Garden, and my Secret Grove. So I did get some stitching done, but not nearly as much stitching as I thought I would, because I was talking too much. As I said, we had a lot of fun at the hockey game that night. We didn't go to the game, but they had it on in the lobby. So we all sat in the lobby stitching and watching the game. And Diana, because at the time the Leafs were losing to the Sens, Diana came around with tissues for us all in case we needed them. There was a raffle that took place. You got a little ticket in your bag, and they did a raffle. And I won on our table, and so did Diana. And we had so much fun. So I won this whole pile of floss drops. And because, as I say, I don't use floss drops, I gave them to Di. And I said, here, you have them. I don't need them. So she then won a whole set of floss from Roxy Floss. So guess what my lovely friend did? She shared them with me. So what we did was we sat in our rooms each night, and she split the skein in half and then showed me how to roll it like this. And we rolled all the colors up. So she has the same colors as I do. And these are all the Roxy Floss colors that she got. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm so thrilled and so honored to have a friend like Diana who loves to share. So she gave me them. She also gave me these that were her mom's. And her mom and my mom both passed away within a few months of each other. They were around the same age. I think their birthdays are the same day. And they both loved butterflies. And we both, when I first met Di, or one day when she came over to my house, I forget now, after my mom passed away, we both had on the exact same butterfly necklace that had been our mom's. So anyway, she gave me these, which are stranded cotton, which are lovely. So she gave me them. She also gave me this because she knows I'm British and I love my tea, which I thought was great. And then the girl went and bought me another chart. Look what she bought me. Isn't that lovely? And she got one herself. So I think we are both going to stitch this together. And maybe this is another one that we finish at Stitch North, because that's where we bought it. So yeah. So that was all that. Oh my goodness. I know I'm still going. My floor is still a mess. They had a freebie table. So you got to go over to the freebie table, and I got another wooden hoop because I love them. And I got some waste canvas, which I haven't used this in such a long time. But I used to, years and years ago when my boys were little, I made all kinds of sweatshirts. I'd buy a plain sweatshirt and I would do a cross-stitch design on it. I've done a bunch for Christmas. I did a bunch for the boys, like with tractors on and dump trucks and stuff like that. So this will be fun to get using that again. I also picked this up, which is a Mill Hill kit, I think. Is it Mill Hill? No. Yeah. Mill Hill kit, and that was this beautiful little, so I picked that up. This was on the table for free, so you could just help yourself, and again, it's butterflies. And actually these few things here were from Karen. That's right, they were from Karen, not from the table. Sorry, these were all from Karen. And this came with fabric and floss. Now, I opened it up to see what it was, because there's no chart inside. But it's from a magazine, a British magazine, and I had a feeling that's where it was from. So I looked up the magazine on Libby and found it and found all the patterns. So Diana had this great idea. She said, why don't you stitch this in July for Christmas in July and do a motif each time, each day? So I thought that was a great idea. So I think I might do that. And then also off the lovely Karen, I got these 4 charts, and they're a set. And there's this one, winter. And I'm definitely going to make these because I think these are lovely. Autumn. I am adoring this one. Can you tell why? Summer. Look at that one. And spring. So yeah, these were all from Karen because she had given us the first go at before they went to the freebie table. So that was what that was all about, that pile. And then I'm not going to go through them all, but these are all the stuff I got off the freebie table. Like, when will I stitch them? I have no idea. No idea. This is really cute. And it's got different bird thingies in it. This is cute with the 2 stockings. I thought for the 2 girls. This was, I thought was super cute because it's like plastic canvas, but I thought it'd be nice to try something different. Anyway, so there's tons of stuff there that I got on the freebie table. But one thing I did get that I was blown away about, and funnily enough, Diana and no, I can't open the box again. I had an issue with this the last time. Got it. Di and I, on the way, when she stitches, she has this little pair of glasses that fit just on the bottom of her regular glasses. And I said, where did you get them? Because they're super cute. Not that I need a magnifier, because I don't. But sometimes, if the light is rubbish, you need a little bit more help. And so I thought it would be nice to have a pair of them. She said, I think I got them at Walmart years and years ago in the craft section. Well, I've looked for them for a long time and I've never been able to find them. So here I go to the table, and sitting on the table is this box, and it's just open like this. And I thought, I don't know what that is. Then I took a closer look, and as soon as I saw this, I knew exactly what it was, and I grabbed it. So whoever left this on the freebie table, thank you so much. This is exactly what I've been looking for. And it came with 4 lenses. And this one is a 1.75, and you attach it to there, and then this clips on your glasses, and then you adjust it, you bring it down and adjust it to where you can see while you're stitching your piece. And I can still look up and watch TV. Yes, it looks a bit wonky, but it does the job, and I didn't have to go out and buy it. So thank you, whoever left that on the freebie table. That's awesome. Yes, so I'm now exhausted from talking to you for 55 minutes. I told you you would definitely need a biscuit. I could show you the stuff I stitched on, but I've stitched on them since I've got back, so I'm not going to. You'll just have to wait till next week's regular floss tube. And then we're doing a bit of a change up for floss tube in June. We are going to go to every 2 weeks, and it'll be on the off Wednesday, the off week to when I do my knitting. So Mondays is every other week now. And so floss tube will be every other week, but on the Wednesday. And every Friday is either going to be a knit with me or a stitch with me. So you're still going to get me every week, but yeah, that's how it's going to work. I can't work that out now. My brain isn't working anymore. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. I will put up a schedule here so you can see what it's going to be. And I will also put up the schedule on my Tobyknits and Friends Facebook group. If you want to join that, it's where you get to share your fabulous projects you're working on. It's knitting and cross stitch, it's crochet, it's whatever you're working on that you enjoy and want to share with me, because I can't see what you're doing, but you can see what I'm doing. And I'll put it up there as well. And yeah, anyway, I hope you have a fabulous rest of the week. I will be back again next Wednesday for a regular floss tube. So until then,